Andrew, it's been 50 minutes.
I'm here. I'm logged in.
You're not here.
Yeah, you're not here.
Oh, sorry. I was buying jumbo pot tickets.
We've been waiting at the fucking quest giver for almost an hour.
I invited you to the
long.
party almost 10 minutes ago.
Okay, where is...
What do you think we're here for?
For hanging out. We're all friends. God.
We don't all log
right,
in at 7 o'clock for you to
So
wander
cool.
off and do whatever you feel like in this game.
I was already here. I was already in the golden saucer. I got distracted. This is why people don't live in casinos. They would wake up and get distracted all day.
Swear to God.
Oh my God, why would you tell me that Tokyo Jungle's 10 years old now? I don't want to know that. It's awful. My
You're
age.
old.
I'm not even just old, I'm dying. Like
You're
I am
old.
losing time
You're
every
so
moment
old.
of my life. What am I going to do? No one ever answered my question if the oldest person alive gets anything for being old. So
They
there's
get
no
a
reason to
prize.
The problem
Yeah, I
is
want
the
a
oldest
prize.
person alive changes every however long they live for.
I
Or
don't think
however
it
much
changes that
longer they live for.
frequently. How is this the nearest Aetheryte? You fucking liar. This is the worst Aetheryte choice. You should have chose the stupid Longbeard one. Just choose Tomra. What the hell?
I'm not wrong, Keith. Like, the current oldest person alive
doesn't
is,
change that
let's say,
frequently.
104 years old. They die, the next oldest person now becomes the oldest person alive.
Yeah, I know how mortality and age works.
I think it's just that people don't tend to live that long.
I'm
or
just saying
live
that
long enough
I'm
to-
saying that there's enough gap between them all and so on that if you are the current oldest person alive, I think they often hold the title for a few years. I don't think it's like a rapid fire change.
Well, no, but
It's just
my
like
point
a,
is,
just a machine gun of oldest people alive, like 102, 103,
Yeah.
103, 103, 102. You're like, oh
I
my
mean, like
God.
if they all died at the same age every time, then it would be really rapidly changing because there'd be a very even rate at which everybody accelerates.
So,
But if you're
don't
currently the
invite
oldest
all of
person
the oldest
alive, you hold
people
on to that
alive.
title for as long as you can hold on. So like, it's gonna be very
You got, like, your-
strange
you got
to be
your,
the,
like,
the single threshold of the concept of mortality on your planet. Like you are like everybody who ever existed when you were born is dead now on the entire planet. Is just an insane concept to have to think about and internalize.
Wait, that's a good idea. I never thought about that.
What?
Can I outlive everyone in my generation? Can I win the Fortnite of all time?
No.
That's the truth.
Specifically, you know.
Why? Wait, what the fuck does that mean? Why
You're-
me
the
not
odds
know?
are already against your favor. You're off to a bad start.
Am I? Wait,
Yeah.
what's the youngest millennial?
You've like destroyed your stomach lining and smoked for years.
No. Don't worry about the specifics of my physicality. My
It's like I'll make a
physicality is
Faustian
strong.
bargain. Don't fucking count me out.
Oh yeah. Don't worry about that. I'm talking about what is the age of like the
I
youngest
will
millennial
Griffith
right now.
this
and
shit
it's,
to outlast you
I
all.
will. I'm going to become the Fortnite winner of the millennial race. I will not, absolutely not, be the first or last, or I will be the last
He's
to
like
die,
going through the
not
fine
first.
print. Like the rules weren't that I had to live for a long time. It's that I had to outlive everyone else.
Exactly.
I don't think to be
Exactly.
faster if I'm faster than you.
Oh god. Here comes Andrew's
is-
Robotnik arc. All right, let's talk to Tristal.
I can't wait for the one person who's going to be
don't-
like an opposition to me, someone I can't get rid of. They're just like outliving me like in a better way than I ever could possibly. It's like, god damn,
Somebody-
how do I stop them?
Somebody needs to make a spreadsheet on who's what voice.
Nah, it's not worth it. 'Cause then you have to check
Who's this,
it.
Crystal? It's probably me. Greetings, friend, and you too, Master Chai. I presume you're here to ask about Renen? I couldn't help overhearing your earlier exchange.
You mean the 50 minutes of us faffing about?
Yeah.
Not that
You were
part.
planning
I
on
think-
killing
I think
everyone on the planet. I heard it all.
No. Just millennials. No,
just
the
everyone older than you.
Just no, everyone my age or younger, right? Are there older millennials? How, again, no one answered me. How?
Of
What's the
course
oldest
it's you
millennial?
or older. Your goal was to be the oldest. Why would you kill the younger
No,
people?
I said my goal is to be the oldest millennial. I'm going to outlive all of them.
Yeah, so why would you kill millennials that are younger than you?
Here we go. Anyone born between 1981 and 1996.
You didn't say the last millennial.
Wait, why'd you wait? You said 1986 and what?
1981, and 1981 and 96.
96 is the end of millennials?
Apparently.
Oh, I'm gonna beat so many of you in a life contest. Oh, it's gonna be over. I thought it was way higher for some reason. I thought millennials went to like 2005 or something. I was about to be scared.
The problem is that there's overlap.
That's just how boomers talk about millennials.
Oh, that makes more sense.
It was so because it sounds like kind of a mean word, like remedial or something. Like it's a word that was used to mock the younger generations that are ruining everything supposedly for so long that it started applying to 2 generations later, and it hit a point where it's like, bro, millennials. There are some millennials that are grandparents, and you're still blaming them for the youth.
I still will outlive those grandparent millennials. Wait, no, the young millennials.
What the fuck?
96 millennials.
All of your arguments are so backwards. I'm gonna outlive all those old people. And that's surprising for some reason that I'll outlive the old ones.
That's why I took it back. I meant the younger ones.
Yeah,
the ones
you can't
I'm
stop
the old
saying
guy.
the dumb
I meant
one.
the ones.
I keep doing it. Anyway, China's is Effie.
Yes. Yes, well, with Fothray gone, Eulmore once for leader. Should no one rise to the challenge, the city could very well collapse. I came here seeking Rendell's counsel in the hope that we could build a better Eulmore together. And that is still my wish. But given how abominably you were mistreated there, I would quite understand if you chose not to help.
Worry not, Master Chive. I bear no grudge against you or the people of Eulmore, and I would not see you suffer for Valtry's villainy. As you no doubt gathered from your meeting earlier, Renen, because Valtry was obviously the instigator of this insane cult. I think it's understandable to empathize with his victims.
On the one hand, yes, but on the other hand, Valtry is not the one necessarily tossing people off of balconies.
No,
they're not entirely blameless.
These people were given. It's not that they're blameless. It's that there's an understanding that these people, which is what we did last arc, we made up for this, which is what's the level of forgiveness you're allowed to have, and it's super subjective. And his thing was he knew it wasn't that the guy wanted to kill him. It's that he It's that he was under the impression, that this behavior, what he's doing, is normal. It was about normalizing this behavior that was irrational, rather than the idea of malicious intent. They weren't trying to kill each other.
Plus, there was also the fact that the mule did have some mind-altering capabilities as well.
Well, sure, but I think that's more of a way to do a mass forgiveness, where you can say everyone can be forgiven. They were all under mind control. You can kind of hand wave it away, even though Alphanal was no, you're still all bad people. You don't get to say that. But as you no doubt gathered from your meeting earlier, Renen can be rather uncompromising. He has his principles, you see, and little patience for anyone he deems less committed to their own. Your desire to right the wrongs of your past, of Eulmore's past, is quite admirable, but I fear the guilt you bear on the city's behalf works against you. I can see it in your eyes, in the way you carry yourself. It goes without saying he sees it as well. You must let those feelings go, Master Chai. Be more assertive, commit to this course, and prove to him Eulmore has resolved to change.
The resolve to change.
I believe he was heading towards Pit 8 when he left. If you plan to go speak with him, I suggest you be firm and clear in your intentions.
Very well. To Pit 8 we shall go. And I will not take no for an answer. Nay, not even a maybe.
Damn, alright, let's get some aggression going on here.
He's turning into a yes man.
No, I think that's the opposite of what he's doing.
All right, I don't need to ferry you around anymore.
We're so powerful. Until the
Yes,
next
we
expansion
finally did it.
starts.
Don't talk about that yet.
Bum, 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 bum.
Everyone's flying in that place yet.
I'm getting Golgnud.
What is that? fucking-
Oh,
What? Oh,
oh it's
I was
gone.
like,
Okay.
what?
No, it's, also, I need to switch back over to. Come on, let me out of combat.
Calm down, music.
For crying out
Yeah,
loud!
right. What's
Let me
going
out of
on
combat.
over there?
Well, it's you again. Well, I see you've invited your friends. Need them to fight your battles for you, do you?
No, I didn't invite them, as it happens, though they are indeed my friends. Not only mine, but every true Eulmoreans. They are the ones who awakened us to the truth, to Lord Vorthry's villainy, the famous warriors of darkness.
Are they now?
Yes, they are. It would be no exaggeration to call them our saviors. We owe much and more to their kindness, but we cannot depend on that kindness forever. To do so would be a little different from entrusting our affairs to Lord Vorthry. Nay, we must learn to stand on our own 2 feet. And I would have them present to witness my attempt.
Hear, hear, Master Chai.
Your sentiments are admirable. Yet admirable sentiments do not a nation make. In my capacity as advisor, I once strove to build a better Eulmore. Gave honest counsel to my superiors, drafted laws for the benefit of one and all. But in time, my values fell out of favor. There was no need for them in this paradise Vorthry was creating. And so I left my homeland behind. But you, Chai News, you were content to wallow in indolence under Vorthry's auspices. And so I cannot help but ask myself what manner of nation you intend to build.
I can offer no simple answer to that question. But this much I will say. It is my hope that Eulmore can become a nation which her citizens might freely choose to build together. A great many people, myself included, flocked to Eulmore seeking sanctuary. The alternative being to live in fear and die in pain. It seemed an easy choice. And sanctuary we found. As much food and drink as we could ever want. Secured at the cost of the surrounding villages. Little wonder the people gathered at our doorstep, begging to work among the bonded. The free were blind to it all, of course. Content to, as you say, wallow in indolence. In ignorance. Were I mayor, I would first take stock of the city's resources and see that they were assigned equitably. Our days of reckless consumption are behind us. The distinction between free and bonded died with Vorthry. The needs of rich and poor alike must be considered if our nation is to survive. To which end I would take steps to secure channels for supplies, rekindle relations with nearby settlements, who re-establish industry, reach out to neighboring nations, and the list goes on and on. But I am no ruler, nor even a politician. I am an entrepreneur. My expertise lie in planning and profit. I haven't the knowledge or experience to run a nation. Please, Renen, will you not help me? Together, we could solve the city's problems. Build a Eulmore for the people.
A Eulmore for the people. I rather like the sound of that. But before I offer you my counsel, I would be certain of your ability to perform the duties of office.
You would?
You ask me to help you solve Eulmore's problems, but first I would see you solve one on your own. Accomplish that, and you will prove both to me and the people that you are a man worth following.
We all here?
Yep. I'm in the next cutscene.
Oh, okay.
Talking to China's. Yeah, I was waiting on you guys. I didn't want to say anything in case, since it was voiced cutscene.
Yeah, it's just confusing because it still said viewing cutscene for everyone, so I was waiting for everyone to stop
Oh,
saying
yeah.
viewing cutscene.
Everybody talking to China's?
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
as I accidentally clicked. Right then. Is there a particular issue you would have me resolve?
You seem to have conducted an assessment of the problems Eulmore now faces. I assume you will agree, therefore, the matter of dwindling food stores is most pressing. Ah, yes. Meal being neither a desirable nor less sustainable option, I assume alternative foodstuffs are now required to fill the void. And a man who hungers is not like to contribute much to society. Save violence, perhaps. So, tell me, how do you propose to solve this problem? Give me a satisfactory answer and I will consider offering you my counsel. Wrong.
Have you ever heard of the police?
A combination of measures would seem to be in order. One to address the immediate issue of supply, and another, that of production.
Let him cook.
Go on.
For the present, Eulmore's coffers can be used to purchase food from our neighbors. This would afford time to address the underlying problem that affects us all, the long-standing neglect of agriculture. The villages that have served as sources of trade for foodstuffs must be repopulated, their means of production restored. This assumes, of course, that we can rekindle relations with our neighbors, guarantee security and stability in the region, and most importantly, find people willing to leave the city and take up the rebuilding effort.
My. Think of all that by yourself, did you?
Yes. It began as a rather abstract plan I had drafted some time ago, after speaking with the peoples of Eulmore and the nearby settlements.
You've impressed me, Chinas.
Have? Well, that is a relief.
Oh, you haven't secured my support just yet, only my attention. Grand plans will not be enough to persuade the masses. If you would ask them to rebuild, you must provide them the means to do so.
A fair point, Renen. And one to which I have given much thought. I propose the use of Talos to aid in the establishment and maintenance of these settlements. Their employment should drastically improve efficiency and ultimately increase production.
Talos? But Daedalus Stoneworks closed their doors years ago. Without a ready supply of the necessary equipment, the people would starve before your plans could be put into effect.
Well, as the heir to Daedalus Stoneworks, it just so happens that Talos are my field of expertise. And with a little help, I'm quite certain we can acquire what we need in no time at all.
Wait, why are you looking at me? Why are you giving me food?
It's like, here, eat this. Tell him, hero. I'm bribing you with food right now.
Why are you looking at me? Why are you giving me food?
Why am I on a car? Where am I going? What is happening?
Why is everything so dark?
Whose shopping list is this?
Why are you just walking around with like a warm bowl of potato soup?
Why did you steal that honey?
I like the idea he pulls out a warm can of soup more. He just pulls it out and hands it to you, and you're like, wait, why are you handing me? Wait, why is it hot food?
I was gonna say, why is it warm?
Do you want cold soup?
Where was he storing it to keep it warm? Was it in a thermos? Was it in his butt? I need to know where exactly he was storing
the only
this food
options.
to keep it warm.
Under the armpit, between his legs. I mean,
I don't think between your legs is any better.
Yes, that is.
Under the armpit.
Yes.
How would you even? How do you hold liquid under your armpit?
Just
You
gotta
said
hold.
a can of soup.
No, it's warm.
No.
It's a warm bowl of soup.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Yeah,
I thought
it
you
can't
said
be.
can of soup.
No.
When you said in between your legs, I was assuming as a cup, like a literal cup, and you just had the soup in there and just tied it to yourself. That's what I was assuming.
I hope everyone is enjoying version 2 of the soup cloth conversation.
Oh no.
What does that
Anyway,
even- wait,
Shout
I
out
don't
to
know.
everyone who remembers the soup cloth conversation.
I don't.
okay. Anyway,
Renen is quite right. Building Talos from scratch would require time we simply do not have. Which is why I propose to make use of the long-abandoned Talos which wander the wilds of Calusia. As in, we go and beat them up, probably, and deactivate them. They will need to be deactivated, of course, and if memory serves, the tools required to do so should still be at top rung. Come with me.
okay.
That's kind of funny that they're just wandering around. It's like, oh, look at all these really perfectly good, usable miners. Too bad they're
Onward.
violent. Wait, are we scabs? Are they striking?
The one time I have the restraint not to make the it's a suppository joke, chat just does anyway.
For what? The
I mean,
soup?
to be fair, Andrew technically made it first.
Yeah. The soup is stored in the butt.
Hold on, I need to reorganize my thoughts.
You don't want to know why it's liquid coming out of there. That's all I will say.
Can you consume food through your butt? Can you consume food backwards? Is I guess
What do
I'm
you mean
asking.
by backwards?
Well, doesn't all food that goes into your mouth come out of your ass? So wouldn't food going into your ass?
You realize food can
Come
also
out of
come
your
out of your
mouth?
mouth, right?
Well, yeah, not
Not
food
like
that's finished through
that.
the process. Yeah.
Yes,
You
food
can't
that's
just-
finished.
You can't just hit the reverse switch on your entire digestive tract and have it just go through the whole thing backwards. That's not how this works.
Well, that's not what I meant.
Stand
That's what he
upside
meant.
down and it
That's
will
the
just,
premise of the
it'll just go
conversation.
through. Well, yeah, I was asking if you could eat from your.
That's
your,
the upsetty
ass.
spaghetti nightmare talk that's making everyone close this window right now.
The only thing I can say about this conversation that I know for certain is that certain
know for
things
certain.
can be absorbed through that means. Like, people get
Well, yeah, it's
stupidly
an active source of
drunk, for example.
bloodstream.
Yeah, like, people get stupidly drunk, for example, by using, like, an alcohol enema or something.
I think that's.
It's very dangerous.
Yes, there are some elements through which things can be absorbed anally, but I don't recommend trying to
I don't think it's one of them.
I don't recommend trying to shove a chicken up there and hoping for the best. I mean, or do. I guess it can't hurt. Like, it's already at the exit. Like, it's gonna come back out.
It can hurt a lot. Because, you know, sepsis exists, for example.
Anyway, thanks for this topic.
I just wanted to know.
This is going straight to the Patreon.
No.
No. So he wants to make money through it, not lose money.
I meant that specific. Never mind.
Here's an email to everyone about an upsetting 60-second conversation. You should all stop what you're doing and listen to it, and then rethink your life choices in supporting me.
Talking about alcohol and anal enemas. Yeah.
Nah.
We've all seen Jackass.
Have we?
Anywho, I haven't.
Wait, have you not?
I have not.
Like any of them?
Correct.
Like
I don't
even
find
the
that kind
show,
of humor funny most
the
of the
movie?
time. Correct. Yeah.
That's insane. It's not even like, well, I mean, it is partially about the humor, but that is insane just by a cultural, like, I don't know, bubble you've somehow skipped. How? I feel like that was so ubiquitous with a lot of dumb shit in my youth. That's crazy.
Anywho. The old memory hasn't let me down. This chest contains canisters filled with a dashedly potent insulating powder capable of halting the flow of aether into Talos. We need only get within throwing distance of one and let fly.
Thus disabling them without damaging them. Ingenious.
An old trick of the trade, nothing more. Once disabled, it should be a simple enough matter to get them marching to march to Eulmore. More extensive repairs can wait. Ordinarily, this is where I would ask you to run along and do the deed. But as I have said before, it's high time we learn to stand on our own 2 feet. Thankfully, throwing canisters is something even I should be able to manage.
Come off it,
Master Chai. Even if the Talos ain't a threat, there's 101 other things out there waiting to make a meal of you.
Why is it worded like that? That's
It's,
as may be,
English is
Kaishir.
hard.
But Renen tasked me with solving this problem, and I will not sit idly by while others risk everything to see my harebrained schemes realized. Not this time. Which isn't to say the mere thought of it doesn't fill me with dread. Truth be told, I can't feel my legs. but
I think
if I'm to prove,
It's because I was keeping a whole can up there.
I have a nerve pinched, permanent.
But if I'm to prove a man worth following, I must lead by example.
Well said, Master Chai.
Yeah.
Alright, but if it's any trouble, we call it off.
Awkward hand motion.
Yes, well, it should go without saying that I have no intention of dying for this. I've always preferred living to see the fruits of my labor. And to make sure I do, I will require your help. It is as Kaishir says. These lands are dangerous, if not one is not careful. I would ask you use my spyglass to look out for any beasts that could get in the way of my work. I will also need you to alert me when it is safe to subdue the Talos. Understood?
Okay.
So I don't have to go out there and kill things for you?
No, we're just gonna do the thing where we zoom in on the sniper scope, and then we have to like click.
Agonizingly find what the hell we're supposed to click on?
Yeah.
Good. Then let's be off to the quick way, through the north gate, and see if we can't find a suitable vantage point for you. Okay. And by that, I mean, go fly around for 20 minutes to find the one spot in the red ring that you need to go to.
This is a very boring storyline.
Yes.
Especially after what we've been through.
What are you talking about? This is like rebuilding a nation. Wait,
Hold up, it's literally right here. What? It's literally right here.
Keep a lookout. All right, there we go.
Keep a lookout. This guy is kind.
Alert Master Chai when it's safe to approach the Talos. Objective failed if they're spotted along the way. Give them a signal to approach. So I guess we're just watching and then saying when it's safe to approach.
It's red light, green light. It's literally red light, green light. You wait until its back is turned.
That's what I thought, but he didn't go.
You have to click on him.
Oh, I have to get. Oh, that's dumb.
What? Wait, that's the whole game?
Yeah.
You just click on Master Chai when he turns his back? That's the entire game?
It seems like it.
Well, I'm assuming there's going to be animals that show up eventually that get in the way of this.
Whenever they try to make up a mini game, it's always like so underbaked that I'm like, why did they bother try to create systems for this?
I did it. I did it. Let's move on to another Talos, shall we?
Like, remember that time with the dwarves and the beards or whatever? And like the whole minigame was like 5 minutes of explanation and then 30 seconds of actual minigame that was not challenging or interesting, and then it was just over. And you're like, wait, what? Why did they make a whole system out of this?
Uh-oh. I told him to run into it.
Yeah, I did too, because it had its back turned for a split second.
Did you guys fucking doodle
turned around immediately as soon as I clicked on it. Yeah.
I did it the
I
first
succeeded
time,
instantly.
Wow.
Because I'm so
man, it starts you all
cool.
the way over too.
Yeah. Dumb.
I do believe I'm getting the hang of
Like
this.
possible.
Let's power through this.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no reason for
I
you
think
to...
it skips the stupid cutscene at least.
You may leave the next one to me, hero.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you can skip it. Okay.
Yeah. That works out better for me. I believe in you, Master Chai.
What?
He literally tells you when the opening is too, which is nice.
What?
Oh, did you fail? You
No,
dummy.
the third one isn't a game. He just does it himself. That's so weird. That's what I'm baffled by, is he just continued on and ran up to a different one and just got it on his own without an interaction. I'm like, wait, why?
Because he had confidence. You
That
helped
should
him.
do
You
it.
helped him out in 2 of them.
No, we have
now he
all
feels
that we
confident.
need to proceed. That's so bizarre. You'd think they'd have resources to make better mini games, but there's like one mini game per 10 hours or 20 hours of Final Fantasy story, and it's always like the most rudimentary, like reuse of old systems, but in the most shallow way. Why was there only 2
Figure
mini
it out
games but 3 Talos? I'm so confused.
Didn't I just explained this to you, didn't I?
Yeah, but it's stupid.
Is it? Isn't that just like a very quick way of showing a character growing and learning? Now they're just like confident enough to run the country, and they're confident enough to do what needs to get done instead of just sitting on their fucking ass and complaining to some other guy.
But it's stupid that they do a whole setup for a mechanic and then you execute on it for about 10 seconds and then they just give up. And then the third one, they don't. It's just a cutscene and they just give up on you doing interactions. You're like, what? Why? Okay.
Alright, give me
think any-
1 second.
Any normal
second. Just need a
gameplay.
1 second.
1 second.
1 second.
The way I look at it, the way I look at it is if the mini game is not in the gold saucer, it's not a good mini game.
A lot of those aren't either.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like that's the bare minimum. Like if it was good enough to play multiple times, it would be in the gold saucer.
But yeah, you would kind of think that more of those would get recycled.
Which one, the gold saucer ones?
Yeah, like you reuse them in the story, like retextured to do like an interaction.
Yeah, I don't know. Have we ever done like a chocobo race?
Nope.
I don't think so.
Never.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised we've never done any kind of chocobo race. There's
We've
like a
never done a
whole-ass
chocobo race. We've
mechanic
never
in
done a
this
jumping
game.
puzzle. We've never done like the
We've done jumping
airship-
puzzles.
I don't think
Have we done
Slice
a
of
jump-
Life has ever made it into the story.
Slice of life has never made it in. Well, unless you count mechanics.
We've
I guess.
we've never shot an airplane.
We've never done any sort
The
of first-person
weird,
shootery
like,
on rails
House of the
shooting
Dead
thing.
2 segment.
Yeah, that one's great. I love that one.
We've technically done the can't remember the name of the game for the. No, actually, I think it is Slice of Life, the one where he cuts down the bamboo poles. We technically have that in that one because of the monastery.
We did a boss fight that recently had that, didn't we?
Yep.
Yeah.
Something similar, at least.
Wah, wah, wah. Are we all ready?
Yes.
Yep, I'm here.
I can scarcely believe it. It was a reckless, foolish plan, but somehow it worked. I did it.
I'm a god.
Master Chai, I believe I owe you an apology. Your plan to replenish Eulmore's food stores showed forethought and sound judgment. You have 3 robots which are inedible. Flawless plan. What's more, it is plain your time and Daedalus Stoneworks has equipped you to lead, as evidenced by the extraordinary company you keep. You, sir, are more than qualified to be the next mayor of Eulmore.
I thank you for your vote of confidence, but the fact remains, I am wholly ignorant of the world of politics. Which is why I would ask you to join me and grant Eulmore the benefit of your counsel.
I would be honored. I will be taking 90% of the pay. When the people
There's
behold
pay?
these Talos, I have no doubt they will lend you their support. It would seem Eulmore's leadership is at last in capable hands. Would you not agree?
Yes, can we leave now?
We should probably be getting back soon, Master Chai. After you've tinkered with the Talos and all that, Lady Chai is worried sick. Oh yes, I have a wife. I was too busy running in the field, throwing dust at robots. So I'm assuming they're mining?
Right. Right then. Form a line and make for Eulmore.
Kill the Eulmorians. Got it.
It really does feel like that, doesn't it?
Bold of him, wants to destroy a whole city on first order. I know.
I mean, a
but
city
that's
with
what
that
makes him a
wild
great leader.
architecture would absolutely be easy to destroy.
Would it? I think in your heart.
Yeah, you would
be
just need to
depressed that you
destroy
destroyed
one or
something
two
so
key
more
pillars
interesting
and-
looking.
What's that noise? Wicked White! Runaway Talos! Call the guard! Stay back! All of you! Is that... Darling, you're back.
But of course I'm back. You didn't see.
Nearest I can't.
Ooh!
He needs to be
Hey,
healed
heal him?
straight up.
You needed a Suna? Are you kidding me?
No, that wasn't an innocent.
It was a suppository.
More soup.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, my darling. It's just the sight of you filled me with such joy, I couldn't help myself.
Oh, no, it's all right, dear. I should have just come out and said what it was I was intending instead of entrusting the task to a hastily scribbled letter.
Does that mean you'll do it?
Well, I'm here, aren't I? I mean, not that my absence signified any unwillingness, you understand? Oh, no, naught could be further from the truth. I only left to enlist the aid of the former mayor's senior advisor. And now that I have it, I believe I am ready to take office.
Oh, how wonderful!
Please.
Aren't we overdue for a Hildebrand mission?
About that. Next expansion.
Wipe him out. All of him.
Next?
Next expansion. They skipped Shadowbringers.
Yeah, Shadowbringers
Why-
broke a lot of the expectations you think will happen each expansion because it takes place here.
Again, I want to talk to China.
what you're telling me-
It's like in a different
It's-
dimension. Whoa.
He's coughing and wheezing if you talk to him.
We didn't even have class quests. That was quite a
good
reception.
expansion.
One Master Chai will struggle to forget. More
He'll be feeling
seriously,
it for weeks.
the arrival of the Talos has seized the public's attention. Once word has spread around Eulmore, it will be much simpler to gather one and all so that Master Chai can make his inaugural address.
Okay.
Hello, Mr.
Get
Chai.
up, dude.
How you doing?
No need to fret, hero. I have never felt better. And not at all overawed by the prospect of addressing the assembled masters of Eulmore. As for where to do it, if we're to accommodate everyone who might feasibly wish to attend, I suppose the only place large enough would be the Emergent.
Then I will go and spread the word among the citizens, both free and bonded, that they are to assemble there to meet their new mayor. You there, Kaishir, was it? Ah, yes, I can read your name tag above your head. Would you go and inform the residents of Gate Town and the derelicts?
Of course I will.
Effie.
Good lad. I will let the guards know to not to bar the way to Vothry's chambers. It goes without saying that I expect the Warrior of Darkness to attend, assuming he's available. Might as well see it through to the bitter end, eh? The doorman at the Crown's lift will show you up. Okay. And now we do the cheesy thing and teleport to Eulmore proper.
Waka waka.
Instead of walking our way there like a bunch of plebes.
Yes.
Yeah, no immersion for us.
Teleporting is canonical, my guy.
Then why doesn't everyone do it?
Immersion
Because not
D's
everybody
nuts.
can do it.
Sounds like a skill issue.
I forget the details because I feel like it was explained once at the beginning of the playthrough and then never again. Oh yes, Master Chai told us to expect you. The emergency already filled up with people of all persuasions. Feel free and bonded, citizens and non-citizens. But for you, I guess of honor, we have reserved a place in the front. Right this way, sir.
You have bonded
We're just gonna have a-
citizens?
Well, the bonded were the people who served the free citizens.
Well, I thought we demolished that system. Why are there still bonded citizens?
It takes a while to get rid of terminology. Societal changes don't happen overnight.
Go on, dear.
Thank you all for gathering here today. But before going any further, could I ask the free citizens of Eulmore to look around? Tis a sight none of us would ever have seen under Lord Forthry's rule. Not only do we stand in the familiar presence of those we once called the Bonded, but today we welcome the peoples of the Derelicts and Gate Town too. Today we welcome the Warriors of Darkness, come to bear witness to Eulmore's new beginning. As you know, an election was recently held, at the end of which I had the honor of being chosen to succeed Lord Forthry. You place great faith in me, and I promise to do my utmost to live up to your expectations, and I will seek always to carry out the duties of this office with integrity and fairness. Always, I say, but not forever. Let it be known that I do not intend to hold this post indefinitely. I consider myself but an acting mayor who will serve only for the interim, while Eulmore is reshaped according to a new set of values. No longer can we think of ourselves as divided, as the free and the bonded, citizens and non-citizens. The systems put in place by Lord Forthry must be undone. But even as we tear down the old, we must give thought to the new, to what manner of nation Eulmore should become. Whatever the answer may be, it cannot be decided by one man alone. And so I propose that an open forum be held, that we might all discuss how best to strive towards a better future. However, there can be no talk of the morrow unless we first address the issues of today. Securing new sources of food, rebuilding relations with our neighbors, re-establishing industry. There is much and more that needs to be done. Too much for a mere man of business. And so I pledge instead to do everything in my power to ensure our city's security and stability while we all work together to see these problems solved. The road before us will not be easy, and I know full well how daunting the prospect of honest labor may seem to some of you. But we must accept the reality of our circumstances. We must move forward. This much we owe to ourselves and to the brave heroes who risked their lives to bring back the night. Once we have shored up our city's foundations and regained some semblance of normality, let us reconvene to speak of the future. Until then, I humbly ask that you lend me and each other your strength for Eulmore!
Such a little, like, low impact clap.
Yeah.
That's how the rich people clap. Isn't that why golf claps exist?
Golf claps?
Golf claps are just what rich people clap like.
That was a fine speech, Master Chai. I believe your words stirred every soul in attendance. Are we done yet?
Stirred them to action, I hope. If I have learned anything of all of this, it is that change begins with the individual.
Yes.
'Tis but a matter of finding the strength to take the first step.
Assuming my fellow Eulmorans can, it shall be my honor and privilege to help them walk this road we have chosen.
But we must not forget the individuals who made all of these changes possible. Were it within my power, I would carve a tribute to your heroism into every stone upon which this city stands.
That's excessive.
That's going to be a very long list.
Just give me, like, a plaque.
I hate to change the subject, darling, but now that you have officially taken office, have you given any thought to your mayoral seat?
We will not be moving into the emergent, dearest. It's too big for one thing, and too far from people for another. We will retain our current residence, and I will govern here in the parlor.
Oh, I was hoping you'd say that. I much prefer the view from the parlor.
Oh. Why?
Begging your pardon, Master Chai. Have you got time for a word?
Who? Yes,
Play the game of who said that.
Hath and Bet?
Aye, it's me. I liked your speech. But these folks here, there's folks outside these walls that don't even have crumbs of enough food to last till tomorrow. And more who are counting on their crumbs. If you've a plan to change that, I want to help you set things in motion.
Then we've much to discuss. No sooner did I take office than my work begins in earnest. Well, I suppose I brought it upon myself. Thank you again for your help, hero. I hope to see you again before long.
Don't count on it. What a day. I don't know what it means exactly, but I do know I've got plenty to think about. What? Okay.
Why? About what? What was thought provoking about any of this?
we will never.
What opened your eyes? what fucking revelations do you have in this storyline?
He's supposed to be us, the audience, obviously.
But there's nothing happening. It's so fucking boring.
It's the refounding of America after it's finally been taken down.
It's badly told. It's not a good story. Like, one, the whole storyline probably should have started with just us arriving to check in on China's and seeing that speech that he just gave, and the rest of it could have been skipped entirely. None of, like, the way that a storyline like this should ultimately go is that somebody starts trying to reform their society to be more egalitarian and care more about all the people that the previous society was leaving behind. And then there's people who felt powerful in that old system that actually want to hold on to that power, so they oppose him in his changes, and either they openly defy him, or they're planning his assassination and to overthrow him because of the fact that he's threatening the power structure that they benefit from. That's the kind of storyline you do. That's in Walking Dead. It's in a bunch of other things. Here, we just watched a guy kind of like vaguely have a relatively boring side questy character arc where they're just like, I don't know if I'm fully ready, but if I can get these things together, and then a bunch of logistics, and we spent like 2 hours discussing logistics, all just to have that speech. So just be followed by more logistics. Like, there was no like upset, there was no protest, the speech wasn't interrupted by like the fucking like terrorist group that actually wants to like stop this entire thing from happening. Like, the very fact that he was elected as the popular candidate without running, so he's like an uncontroversial candidate apparently, gives them nothing to do narratively, and so this might as well have just been a quick check-in where you see China's give a speech and then we leave, because it's like, oh, what's happening in Eulmore? Oh, that's what's happening in Eulmore. Okay, bye. Like, having an hour or two of logistics quests that don't actually add to the story but just fill time was a horrible choice. None of this should have been in the game.
Yeah, I think it definitely just fit that role that you just said, to fill time. It definitely was just here to
yeah, like a narrative has conflict. This is just a waste of time. This is the wheels spinning in the mud as the story just stalls and kills time after having done relatively cool stuff recently. So it's just weird that it made it into the story, that they didn't cut this.
Well, their lead writer took a break probably, and they're like, shit, no one's here to write this thing anymore.
Since we all have a great deal to consider, I had resolved to remain here until such time as Eulmore's future was secured, but it is clear to me now that the city is in capable hands.
Also, I want to go home.
I have every confidence that they will find their way, and I believe it is time we went on ours.
Well, that happened.
Not yet. So, Alphanon's leaving too, is he? Seems like everyone's moving on. Everything's changing. I've been thinking about what I should do in all this. Like I told you, I spent most of my life dreaming about living here with my friends. In paradise. That paradise is gone. But something's better taking its place, and I reckon I want to be a part of it. This Eulmore for the people Master Chai has been going on about ain't gonna build itself after all. Not that I'm much of a builder. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Me and my friends will find a way to make a difference, though. Help keep things changing for the better.
A far nobler dream than the one to which you clung before.
and one I am happy to say we share. Whatever path you choose, I will pray to your success.
Well, when you put it like that, there's no going back now, is there? But we've just got a few ideas on how we can do our bit. Just a matter of taking the first step. Okay. What now, kid?
Truly, to see Kai Shear thus inspired by our actions is inspiring in itself. Yet, however much I may wish to stay and see what comes of his efforts here in Eulmore, we have matters of our own to attend to. Come. We should return to the Crystal Tower. Mayhap Beck Lug's studies have borne fruit in our absence.
The Ouroboros of inspiration.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's the competing capital of the entire expansion. It's the villain of the entire main story until it's revealed to be the other guy that's the villain. It's the villain of this. It's the villain of this setting. The fact that Eulmore's narrative is so undercooked and not going anywhere is baffling because it's like the most eye-catching, time-consuming element of the entire expansion. It's weird that it's so flat and they don't seem to have anything more going on in it. Oh,
yeah,
well.
this part does get rather long.
They blew their load too early in the plot.
I mean,
and the main
the
story,
fact that
and
the main story basically ends with like, and everyone's forgiven. Wow, everyone saw the error of their ways. I'm like, that's not how any group has ever worked. That's not how any society's inequality has ever been solved. What the fuck are you talking about?
yeah, they weren't ready to handle that problem. Which honestly, on some level, maybe that's fine. You know, I don't want to see Final Fantasy try to deal with racism any more than they have with the Beast Tribes. Not going well there. Like
the other problem,
I don't want to see what. Yeah.
Wipe them out, all of them.
The other problem is that we're doing this so close together too. Because of the fact that we are very far behind, we're doing this one after the other immediately, where normally there would be 3.5 to 4 months between these releases.
Sure, that just means a longer wait for a worse storyline.
Right, but
the fact that people had to wait for this doesn't make it softer. Like, it should have been a better storyline.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it really puts it into perspective as to just how the story actually seems compared to the other stories where, you know, not everything was fresh in their minds because it's like 3.5, 4 months later. The hunger for new content, etc., would probably help pad this, as it were.
Who was the crystallized Ark again?
That was me. I don't remember what voice I gave him. Welcome back. We are given to understand a new mayor has taken office in Eulmore.
Indeed, he's a puppet.
Indeed. Our good friend Master Chai was elected by popular vote, and after some considerable soul-searching, chose to accept the post. It is a shame you weren't able to attend his inaugural speech, though I have no doubt that you will see more of him in the future. But to me, how fared you in preparing the white oversight? Our work did not proceed quite as expected. In your absence, we had a frank discussion of the principles of soul transference, and concluded at length that white oversight was ill-suited for our purposes. But Orianger, did you not say that, compared to the massy soul of an Ascian, that a stone could house one of ours with ease?
That I did. And armed as we are with Beck Lug's invaluable insight, it would indeed provide a trifling matter. Were we to disregard the inviolable link twixt mind and soul. A link with goodness, I can't read tonight. A link which would, we did belatedly realize,
be weakened most perilously in the process of rendering our souls dormant, as Orosight doth require. Thus the shedding of these fleshy simulacra and the surfeit of aether which compromiseth them would in all likelihood deprive us of our psyches as well.
It would theoretically be possible to channel your minds into the Orosight instead, but we would more than likely sacrifice your souls in the process, which is why we have abandoned that plan, and instead devoted our time to finding a means by which mind and soul might be transported together.
We are no closer to a solution than when we first began.
It is a vexing conundrum indeed, but one for which the Crystal Exarch has poised the most intriguing solution.
When our discussions turned to the transference of memories in the psyche, I could not help but be reminded of a technique with which I have personal experience. Hero, do you recall what we learned of my eyes from our encounter with Doga and Une? I speak of the royal eye of the Algan imperial line, gifted to my forebears through the blood and memories of the ancient Allegans. It is by this gift that I am able to control the Crystal Tower.
If we would gain an understanding of the technology by which the Allegans were able to accomplish this transference, perhaps then we could keep mind and soul together.
Imagine, if you will, a device like unto a soul crystal, replete not only with our worldly memories, but also the bountiful energies of the soul. That is our current avenue of investigation, and we will follow it wheresoever it leads.
While we are thus engaged, I think it best that the hero return to the source and inform Kryl and the others of our findings.
Agreed. I imagine Tantaru will be relieved to hear that we've made progress of a sort.
Then I would beg leave to relay our findings unto Thencred and Reen, and to assist where I may in their investigation of the empty. Yes, please do. Should we have need of your counsel, we will not hesitate to summon you.
You know who would really like to hear back from the Warrior of Light? People fighting a war right now.
Yeah.
But Keith, we are busy on the verge of discovering a scientific leap in crystal technology.
We're too busy hanging out with these guys that have almost no stakes happening right now.
Yeah. Why are we gonna go put ourselves into this pesky, sticky war situation when we can stay here? It's kind of cool.
There's just an
man.
entire team of like a dozen people working on this problem, but they really need us, the non-expert with no skills besides hitting stuff. It's just very funny that we now have access to the real world again, which like the fact that it's being acknowledged in the story specifically. Technically, we just to facilitate gameplay always had access to the real world, but now that we're hopping back and forth, it's like, bro, I think there's more important things happening right now than Alphino's research about how to get back. Like, these guys can figure it out. I think you're needed, mister.
Well, that's the thing.
Well, these people are also dying, right?
Keep in mind, there is currently a ceasefire going on right now, or a stalemate at the very least.
Is there? I thought every scene we've seen
moving.
was the wars that were happening.
Yeah, now
Tajiru told us that when we came back.
Yeah, that right now nobody's making any moves. Everything seems to kind of be at a standstill.
They found their chance to hand wave it. That's dumb though, because narratively they're building the stakes for the entire expansion with cutscenes specifically to build up the stakes. So having it then be like, oh, but don't worry about that when the moment we actually are ready to potentially deal with it that's really iffy.
Well, remember we left off on a cliffhanger where what's his face was trying to overthrow his dad, and then another guy showed up to try to kill the son.
Yeah.
Oh.
Give our regards to Tataru, won't you? Get out of there.
To the source. And by that I mean back to Revenant's Toll.
Just all throughout them constantly setting that up felt like it the implication was that like the... Oop, crap, I clicked on it wrong. Fucking, they're too close together. Too close together to click on the map. There we go.
If you press and hold control, you can click on the aetheryte much easier.
But the fact that they kept reinforcing the stakes throughout the entire expansion, it was like the point was essentially to have this like background detail. You've really got to get this expansion's like storyline resolved, because like there's still a war happening out there. Remember that war you were in the middle of dealing with before you accidentally fell asleep and this whole thing happened? It's them hand waving, it just feels weird. It's like, what? No, it's the thing we've got to deal with.
Hero, you're back. How did everything go in the first? Wait, don't tell me. Cryo will be here shortly, and she'll want to hear too. She's just tending to the others. Their bodies, I mean. We buried them. Gods, I don't think I'll ever get used to saying that. Anyway, you can tell us everything the moment she gets here.
Several cutscenes will play in sequence. Is everybody ready for several cutscenes to play in sequence?
Yes.
Or else?
I love seeing that pop up. It's my favorite pop up.
It's recommended you set aside a lot of time. Like a lot of time.
Pardon me whilst I try not to fall asleep during the cutscenes.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Oh, okay.
I've carried out the treatment as per Master Matoya's instructions. It should slow the destabilization of their corporeal ether quite significantly. But tell me, how fare our friends in the first?
So this Becklug's the first to lead an authority on soulcraft, are they? Sounds promising.
And Eorzea proffered solution of white auracite is rather ingenious now that I think of it. Well,
Are we all here?
while they press on with their preparations, you may rest assured we will continue to do our part here.
I already read it all out and started. That was what we were talking about.
Not Tataru's thing, there's more.
You're back.
Crowl's already here. We're already talking to him.
Remember the several cutscenes in sequence conversation we just had? It's gonna be a while. Did you just accidentally skip the whole thing or something?
None the worse for wear, I see.
Did I? It didn't prompt me for it.
Estinian! Oh, thank the gods! We've been worried sick. Did you lose your link pearl or something?
The situation in Garlemald has become more complicated. I was making my escape from the capital when I ran into one of yours, Riol. He thought it best we come straight here.
More complicated how?
Where to begin? After entering the Empire via Razat Han, I went about my mission of investigating Black Rose. It was then, inside a provincial factory, that I encountered the one who styles himself Shadow Hunter, Gaius Balesar. Our goals being apparently aligned, we joined forces and ventured on into the heart of the capital, to the very Imperial Palace itself. There, we found a man whom all assumed dead. But his soul lives on, and he has wrested back his flesh. Xenos Ye Galvus.
Not the golf Nazi.
Nor did the surprises end there. For no sooner had we arrived than he murdered his sire in cold blood. The Emperor is dead. This sent Gaius into a rage, and he charged in, blade drawn.
What's wrong?
Oh, now it's not voiced.
So who wants to be a Steinian?
That's Effie.
Oh.
Right. We're on I've seen him in action, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I've seen him in action. Which voice did I give him? I don't remember.
I don't know. He has like
I've
half
seen
a
him in
conversation
action.
per expansion.
His body, at least. You will not best him alone.
Nay, death will not come easily to that thing. If you would join me, then by all means.
For what good it will do.
Oh, the Black Wolf and the Azure Dragoon. I suppose this might suffice. Come then. Oh!
Damn.
Oh my god.
I'm not even sure how these forces work, like, physics-wise. Like, how do you even know how that would work?
Magic.
What baffling anime combos are happening right now?
Ah, the simplest pleasure of one own's flesh. Truly, there is no place like home.
Abomination.
Whatever he is, the hero was barely a match for him. If we stay here much longer...
And that was when there was like 4 to 8 of me.
Emperor
look,
Varys,
Emperor.
your radiance. Are you alright?
We may wear out our welcome.
Oh no.
Your radiance, no! Must even the most middling of sport be spoiled? The world conspires to bore me. But I have no cause to remain. I leave these vermin to you.
Xenos! Well, we've been
Wait a
successfully
minute.
framed as the murderers.
Well. Oh, well.
Well, any bright ideas? Those still had
It's time
bullets
to
in them.
punch
that
some
thing?
fascists.
They still had bullets in them.
Just one.
Oh,
A blade has to be so bad for a gun. Oh, right in the frame.
wow. Yeah.
Why would you want an asymmetrical helmet?
You wouldn't.
That weight seems bad for you. These
why they're
ladies
the
both
bad
have to have
guys.
neck problems, right?
Oh, and ear problems. What is that?
Yeah. The intruders have taken flight. I repeat, the intruders have taken flight. Deploy all available Magitech armor. We cannot let them escape.
Like literally flying or like ran away? You have to be specific. This place is fucking weird, man. People can just fly.
Okay. Oh no.
Unable to
We're at a party.
Oh my god.
Unable to commence while we're in a party?
Time to skip the cutscenes, yeah.
Why didn't it
Luckily we
say
could-
that at the beginning? What the
Yeah,
fuck?
it normally does. Alright, skip all the cutscenes.
Someone
What?
forgot to add the check-in.
What the fuck,
Skip
game?
cutscene.
That's hilarious. Holy
What?
shit. I love that.
Why would you do that, game? That's so
I'm fucking
stupid.
stoked. That's so good.
That's the dumbest shit ever. Why'd they let you start the cutscene in a party? Alright, I'm playing as Estinian, I guess. Estinian.
Yep.
Wee woo,
You got a pretty
wee
good
woo.
combo. Just one button. I like it.
I know, right? If only that's normally how the game worked.
You have a second button to press sometimes.
Ew,
No, they
cringe.
I'm actually
Ew
the more I
buttons.
play PvP, the more I'm confused why the rest of the game doesn't have a single button combo for your character. Like
I hate
obviously you
that.
have all your other buttons, but like your main combo, why not just have it be one button? I don't think there's usually much reason to do a specific one out of sequence. It seems like clutter for the sake of it.
Oh, I'm dying.
Where did dragoons come from? Were they made up for like
They were
Legend of
specifically-
Dragoon?
They were
Whatever
made
it's
for
called.
dragon killing in this specific
No,
environment.
I mean like the part where dragoons are.
Oh.
The word dragoon is in like 50 different things.
That's a good
It
question.
was a.
I knew Legend of
I believe
Dragoon,
it's-
and then I know Panzer Dragoon Orta, and I don't know if those are related to each other, let alone to Final Fantasy.
I don't think so. I don't know. I think Legend of Dragoon was made by Enix or Square, one of them.
By Square Enix.
I don't.
That's the one that has like
Square Enix?
QTEs.
It was
I
not
think.
by Square Enix. Yeah.
Can always
I remember
Google it
watching
after this.
Stilo play Legends of Dragoon.
It was the favorite RPG of a person whose opinions I don't like.
Oh. Well, sorry for that RPG, I guess. Are you okay? Did it take you out? The burp knock you out?
It was a bit of a surprise. And then on the other hand, Dragoon Saga is something that Toaster makes a big deal about. Which I think is the RPG part of the Panzer Dragoon Orta series, those like Star Fox type games.
Yeah, I remember those ones. Oh yeah, that's also Dragoon, yeah.
I've made it.
Me too. Are we all here?
Well. Someone's been busy. Oh, looky,
hey,
it's an
Ultima.
improvement on the original
Ah!
Ew, wait, there's a naked man in it. What is he doing to that Ultima? Ah!
Oh.
Volatile prototype
Arc
Ultima.
What the
Okay.
fuck?
And you would bar my way, would you? So be it.
I killed Nidhogg.
That was upsetting.
Come, Nidhogg. Lend me your strength.
Help! The near raid is leaking into the rest of Final Fantasy.
They got really excited about that one
He's just
DLC, and they're like,
he's just stuck up there.
oh my
I don't
god.
like it.
Wait, the Ultima is just his dick. That's it.
Hey guys, I think I found the
got
weak
his little
spot. Shoot there.
Yeah, just like clap his
Aim for
cheeks
the
with
hole.
your weapon,
Yeah.
literally.
You just gotta kill Shinji. Oh, my buttons changed. What? Why did my buttons change?
Because you got better.
That's so confusing. Why do I have different buttons than a minute ago as the same character?
Because you activated your like Nidhogg powers. I don't know what they do though. I probably should check that. Delivers an attack with potency of 3,000.
I'm just pressing all of them.
Attack with 500. Damage over time. Absorbs portion of damage dealt as HP. Oh, okay.
I generally just press all these buttons and then I then go back and try to strategize if I happen to lose.
Okay.
Because then it's sometimes like, you were supposed to press that one, dummy. Aw, damn.
Am I winning?
Are you winning, son?
I don't know.
What's it like to play a DLC and a damage character, a DPS, Andrew? There we go. A DLC.
What are you talking about? I'm like 70. I'm 76 in Reaper. I'm close.
When do I get to tank, Andrew?
Literally next time for sure.
That's what you said 2 months ago, Andrew.
Yeah, but then I got really busy trying to like make a VTuber, so that was my fault. I'm bad at time management. It's one of my best qualities. Okay, am I winning? I don't. I'm like halfway to dying. I hope I'm winning.
I mean, I'm doing a bit less well now.
I think your main attack regenerates health. I think it's life leech.
The Alamorn.
Yeah. Where are you going? Oh, oh, oh. What does this do? Wait, what?
There's something funny about how Justinian is constantly framed as this overpowered character they have to keep on the boundaries of the story, because if he actually showed up, he'd be too strong. It would just break the entire narrative.
Is he? Is he really that strong?
It's just the
Well,
fact
yeah,
that
he's got the power of a dragon.
It's the fact that he keeps showing up for like one arc of each storyline for a minute and then going away. Like, remember in Shadowbringers, we were like having that whole war, and he just like showed up and took down their shields and obliterated their weapon and then left. No, Heavensward's the storyline. Heavensward's the storyline is that he's from. Stormblood is when he showed up for one scene and then left.
Yeah, because we're in
and we didn't even know he was there. It was so fucking funny. Like they're afraid of having a Justinian be in the story, so he showed up for one scene and then disappeared, and we basically didn't know he was there to begin with.
Oh my god.
And then he's been looming in the background of the scene to the point where he's like single-handedly storming the capital of the enemy faction with the boss of the main story. It's like he and the level 50 boss just team up and as a duo go and take out attack the Nazi HQ without us. Okay, my health's not doing great. Maybe I should have read what any of the buttons do.
Okay,
oh,
I'm already done.
Oh wait. Oh wait. I missed the part where doing the limit break as a story moment.
Yes.
Doing the limit break does a cutscene. Whoops, how long was that ready?
Not for long. I think I just got it like a few minutes ago. Are you here, Effie?
Yes.
He's so overpowered he just defeat the Ultima weapon again, alone.
Garleans and their machina. Now, where are you guys?
Well, that was your little sample of Estinian. I'll see him next expansion now.
Are you alright?
It's just a bad dream.
Home of the Jet will give me the jitters.
Peer into my past, did you?
Not intentionally.
Well, I didn't quite relive the experience as you did, but I bore witness to it all.
I'm still not sure what I think of this gift of yours. But no matter. Our confrontation was cut short when the Imperial Guard arrived. It was then that Xenos took his leave, citing boredom.
To think their research into the Echo could bear such fruit. Escaping death, jumping from one body to the next, and returning to his own after all this time. He is an Ascian in all but name.
It beggars belief, aye. But no more than a hero traversing the rift between worlds.
Who the hell's doing that? Not me.
My concerns are far more prosaic.
Who narked him?
With the Emperor dead and the Crown Prince missing, the Empire is in disarray.
I read that it's Prozac.
Until order is restored, assuming it even possible.
My allergies.
We needn't fear an Imperial reprisal. And for reasons of his own, Xenos took it upon himself to rid the world of Black Rose. Riol has already gone to apprise the Alliance leaders of these developments. We may leave the matter in their hands for now.
Then perhaps we have seen the last of the fighting at Gimlet. Though, if it comes to civil war, I cannot help but fear for the provinces. Ah, I'd nearly forgotten to ask. What became of Gaius? Did he not escape with you?
That he did, but we parted ways shortly after leaving Garlemald. He claimed another threat had arisen which demanded his attention. He didn't elaborate, but the absence of some device or other in the capital gave him reason to believe they're planning something. Lest you worry, I believe he has well and truly shed the Black Wolf's pelt. Conquest is no longer his objective. We may safely leave him to his own devices.
Well, it's nice to have one less foe to worry about, even if we do have a mysterious new threat to look out for instead. Speaking of which, I'll see that Riol and Al Shinobi are made aware. Though we still know next to nothing, it can't hurt to be vigilant.
Well then, with Black Rose nipped in the bud, I believe I've fulfilled my part of the bargain.
Nipped in the bud? It's a rose.
That's true, but with the Archons still slumbering away, we were hoping you might agree to stay with us for a little bit longer.
Sorry, but I'm not inclined to extend my contract. Gaius isn't the only one with business to attend to.
We don't need you anyway. I'm back.
Thank you for your help then, Estinian. I see why Alphino admires you so.
Farewell, my friend. See that you don't make a habit of dozing off in battle.
That was a goofy face.
I suppose we should all be getting on then. As ever, we will see to the Archon's needs. In the meantime, why not get some rest? You've more than earned it.
Yeah, you know what? I did earn this rest.
It's time for a little me time.
Yeah, what the hell? It's been a while since we had some fun.
Uninstall Final Fantasy XIV.
Oops.
Also, Andrew, I think Prozac's for depression.
It is for depression. I thought about that as soon as I said it, and then realized it wasn't worth communicating that I made the mistake. It's fine, whatever. Depression, allergies, it all results in the same outcome when you take medication.
Black Rose was such a weird plot point. The fact that it's introduced as the rising stakes right before you fall asleep, and then the expansion happens where you're in Shadowlands or Shadowbringers, and then as you're resolving that problem, Black Rose just it's over apparently. Bye bye, no more Black Rose. It happened. That's just what they were dealing with off camera, and now it's gone. Oh well.
You must be shattered after all that hopping back and forth between worlds. Why not stay here and rest for a while? I'm sure Beck Luke can manage without you. They've got enough scions to help them if you ask me.
That's what I was saying a minute ago, but then my entire stream chat argued with me and I ignored them. But here's the game saying I'm right.
Meanwhile, in Garlemald. Wait, let's get the cup.
Traitors! You would dare deny Lord Neva the throne?
I think we missed a lot more of that in The Dark Knight Rises than we shouldn't have. I want to hear more screaming bang.
Do you have a cup, Andrew?
I can hold on. Let me grab one real quick. Wait a second.
No, this turned out to be more work than I expected.
Let's see. All right, ready?
Onward before this day is done.
Wait, did that work?
Yeah. A little muffled and a little hard to hear, but yes.
Coffee cups are best.
Okay.
Mugs.
Oh wait.
Do you have a mug, Effie?
Sort of, but it's got liquid in it.
Oh.
Drink it all.
Danger.
Drink it all now. Now. Gulp, 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 gulp. Boring, boring, boring. I don't know who this is. Who is it? Who said things with their ugly, ugly mouth?
Oh, that's
white gloves.
What? Is that another Asian?
No. Hello, Talos.
I guess I can be this guy as well. Do you think?
I'm clicking
I
to find out.
find it amusing, like dogs herding cattle to the slaughterhouse.
Is it the
That
white robe
you?
guy? Yep.
Your soul is... Who are you? Before your majesty, I am but another dog, lost in want of a new master, a hunting dog, if you should wish it so. For I know full well the prey you would seek next. Zodiac.
Obliterate!
That's Exodia, you goof. I think Zodiarc's a Zoid.
Meanwhile, in another place across town.
There's a lot of Zodiarcs. They're all referencing the same word.
Damn, what the hell? What's the word?
Zodiarc
is the entity of which was...
None of these things made up the word Zodiarc.
Who made up the word Zodiarc?
Almost everything in Final Fantasy, I think, is from the Bible or something.
I don't know, I'm not a Bible scholar. Did you hear? The mayor's reopening Daedalus Stoneworks, and they're looking for laborers. That's what I sound like.
There's talk of resettling some of the old abandoned villages too. They even lay on free Talos to help anyone willing to make the move.
Free Talos? Best get packing.
Steady work, board, and lodging. If that's not a recipe for hope, I don't know what is.
I'm the third guy. I don't talk. He looks recognizable, but I'm having trouble parsing his outfit.
It's the Warrior of Light?
That's us.
No, it's the real Warrior of Light in their world, and the Warrior of Darkness in our world?
He's dead.
Not
right?
anymore.
Hope.
Not anymore.
Wait, did he just come back? Who's this gonna be? Wait, is this him? It looks like him. What the fuck does that mean?
I'm pretty sure it's like an Asian thing where it's him, but from a different dimension.
Yes. So long as I yet live, I would see that feeble flame rekindled. It is my destiny to see our dream fulfilled.
Trying to remember what I know about how this setting works. What the fuck does that mean? What does that mean that he's back? I'm trying to think about how he could be back. Hang on a minute. Wait, what's going on? All right.
Hero, what a pleasant surprise. If you've come to inquire about the Archons, fear not. Master Matoya's treatment has proven effective in stabilizing their corporeal ether. We mustn't grow complacent, however. Potent though these magics may be, they are not without limits. We can only hope they afford us enough time for the Crystal Exarch to complete his work. If only we could go with you to the first and help.
Some unknown person.
But in the interruption, but I come bearing urgent news.
Oh my god.
What the hell?
Who's this guy?
That's this guy.
It's Maxima.
Hero, it has been far too long, my friend.
Sorry, I swallowed a fly.
Forgive me, I don't believe we have formally been introduced. Maxima, former Garlean ambassador. I remain here in Eorzea under the auspices of Commander Aldian, offering what counsel I can in hopes of resolving the present conflict with the Empire.
Ah, yes. I have heard stories of a defector from Garlemald, but never mind that. You said you have urgent news?
Indeed. As you may have heard, the Imperial capital is in turmoil, and a sizable portion of the Garlean forces have been recalled from the Gimlet Dark. With their numbers so greatly diminished, the main host of the Alliance has withdrawn, leaving the Almegan resistance to keep watch over the border. And it is there we have welcomed a most unexpected visitor, who claims that this de-escalation may beguile growing dangers and unforeseen threats.
Belial
Commander.
is a demon.
Mm-hmm.
Like Heidelin?
Like Baal.
Commander Alden has arranged for an impromptu meeting to discuss these revelations. He has also requested a representative of the Scions attend as well, though it was clear to whom he wished I extend this invitation.
It would seem time is of the essence.
Also,
well,
the rest of the...
You'll not be attending this meeting alone, though I am not as well versed in the affairs of city-states as our comrades. I see no reason to burden a single Scion with all this.
Yes, of course. Then we must make for the Almegan quarter with all haste.
Well, what are you waiting for? Get going, you two.
I'm out of here. Goodbye.
I feel so vindicated. I pointed out that like everybody else that all the other named characters we know are all working on the whole how do we fix our souls problem, and we don't seem very necessary to that plot line. Meanwhile, there's a whole war happening in our world, and it seems like we're like have stuff to do in this world. And everyone argued with me for some reason, but then the story immediately was like, yeah, no, he's right. time to do exactly that. Time to specifically spend time in the real world dealing with, you know, the war that happened. Because turns out Alphino and Alphino and what's his name can just research this on themselves. They don't need you for this part.
But also, I'm pretty sure this is a trap, right? The entire point of them retreating from where they are, which is going to lead to like a, hey, we should take this chance and opportunity or whatever, is just a giant trap to lead us in so we could fight Golf Nazi. Like, that's his entire existence is basically like, I want to beat the shit out of Hero again. I came all the way back from the grave to do it.
I see.
And then we're going to embarrassingly clap him, and then he's going to be like, oh, that was a true taste of enjoyment and fun, and I'll finally get to die in peace. Just you wait. Are you dying, Effie?
I'm waiting on you guys.
He's dead.
Are you at the quest already?
Yes. Unless you guys would want to stop right now.
No, I was standing outside for a moment trying to spot you to invite you to the party.
Yeah.
Oh, I can just do that when you guys get here.
Yeah, I just mean like I was standing outside we both walked outside.
We
finished the previous dialogue.
That's
where we were.
That's why, because you didn't come. I was waiting for you to come out of the place. So when you didn't, I was like, "Are you okay?"
That player's in another party. I see. Yes.
Yeah, you have to be invited.
Oh boy, for once I'm not the party leader. Weird.
Unless.
Oh.
Unless. Oh, right, this is me. Commander Aulun waits us in the Royal Palace, if you would follow me. What the? Well, I assumed he's here. Why do we have to talk to you? Oh, hey. It's the boy.
Back.
Oh my god. That motherfucker.
Oh. They're here, Commander.
And I, for one, am grateful that they are. Told you've been busy since our paths last crossed at the Gimlet Dark. Not that I understand half of it. When the Scions spoke of other worlds, I'd struggled to describe what I pictured. Mayhap things would seem clearer were I to hear the tale from your own lips. Well, I'm afraid the situation will not afford us that luxury. I trust you two require no introduction.
We meet again, hero of Eorzea. Must we repeat this ridiculous display? I pose no threat to you, though what I come to warn you of very well might.
Had he meant to do us harm, I hazard he would have kept to the shadows and brought more than 2 companions. We need not pretend to be the best of friends, but I hope we can put aside our differences for the present.
As you are doubtless aware, Sir Estinian and I cooperated to rid the world of Black Rose in your absence. Our journey together took us as far as the Imperial Palace, where we witnessed Emperor Varus meet his death at Xenos' hand. Being the sole witnesses to this crime, and in no position to defend our innocence, we were then forced to flee, each pursuing his own avenue of escape. When we were later reunited, Estinian claimed to have encountered an unfamiliar kind of machina during his flight, but to me his description seemed anything but, and upon further investigation I found that I was right. The Empire is developing a new Ultima weapon.
What, that Allagan monstrosity, created to vanquish primals, with which you yourself once thought to conquer Eorzea?
The same. In my foolishness, I sought to harness its power, and became the Ascian's pawn in so doing. But you know as well as I how that tale ended. The weapon itself, excavated from beneath this very city, was destroyed ere we could fully unravel its secrets, and that should have been the end of it. But unlikely as it sounds, the Empire's efforts to recreate it have somehow borne fruit, primarily through secret research conducted by the 7th Imperial Legion, it would seem.
Wait, the 7th was all but annihilated at Cartano, along with its legatus.
Indeed, few survived. The 7th, as it is now, has little in common with the Legion led by Vandanis, and its leadership has changed hands several times since. Precisely how this project has continued despite such turmoil, and under whose auspices, remains a mystery. What we do know, however, is that a number of prototypes have been produced, and that one of them is on its way to Eorzea. We attempted to stop it, but it was all we could do to slow its progress, so we resolved instead to bring you warning.
And right glad are we that you did, though it soundly dashed our hopes that tensions might ease at last.
As it is, we've begun to strengthen our presence in the Gimlet Dark, and are assembling a force to meet the coming threat. A force with you in its vanguard, I hope. Before you say anything, I know full well you have pressing concerns of your own. Your comrades remain in peril, and I would not ask you to forsake them. But the fact remains that you, and you alone, have faced the Ultima weapon, and emerged victorious. We need you. And so, when the time comes, if your comrades can spare you, I bid you lend us your strength. I've assigned an officer to await your word.
The Ascian's downfall was to be the work of
so
my
did
remaining
Estinian.
days.
What the fuck?
But it was my hand that kindled these flames, and I cannot allow them to spread any further. I will do what I must to see this mistake consigned to history once and for all, even if it means begging your aid. The fates will enjoy the irony, even as I endure the ignominy.
I too shall make for the border and offer my skills, meager though they seem in such company. Mayhap we shall meet there anon.
Though we can ill afford to ignore the coming of a new Ultima weapon, our friends' plight grows ever more precarious, and none save you can join them in the first. I only hope you are not forced to make a choice.
We survived.
Yep. As ever, the way forward is paved with difficult decisions.
Yeah,
Where
we'll
we
finish
looking?
the quest.
Okay. We can ill afford to ignore the threat of a new Ultima weapon, but with each passing day, the plight of the Scions grows ever more perilous. If you cannot stay for a debriefing of the Ultima weapon, I will not stop you. I only ask that you confer with me before returning to the first.
Okay. I think I'm gonna need to call it here. I'm starting to get rather tired.
Sleepy boy.
Yes, it is almost 1 a.m.
Is it though?
It is.
We did it, guys. We got approximately 90 minutes of story progression and 3 hours of hanging out.
Well, next time Keith will be a tank.
I'm a tank right now.